Welcome, welcome one, welcome all to an off the cuff live stream episode where you ask the questions. You take the floor, as they say. But since I'm not sure anybody's going to show up, I still do have a topic that I want to discuss. It was a heavy heart, and I thought about this very carefully. That I must ask for Ridley Scott to step down. What do I mean by that? And no, I'm not going to call you Sir Ridley Scott. Okay? Who the fuck do you think you are? Sir Ridley Scott. You're not royalty. You're a filmmaker. Ah, the smell of Egyptian musk incense. Did it turn on or what the fuck is going on? That's better. Yes, Ridley Scott, for many years I have defended you. Ever since you decided to come back to the Alien franchise, I have defended Prometheus. I have even defended Alien Covenant, but I can't defend anything else. I can't defend you anymore. Because apparently, even when you're not directing an alien film, you intrude, you use bullying tactics, you take over the project. I don't know what's going on with you, Ridley Scott. I really don't know what's going on. People are saying that maybe it's Alzheimer's, maybe it's old age. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it is. When I watch Prometheus, I see the genius, but at the same time, the stupidity. You take things out that are important. You focus on things that are not. You actually then get upset when people criticize Prometheus. So then you take out your anger on the fans that supported it by giving us Alien Covenant. And then you were involved in a reboot, quote, well, kind of a reboot, sequel, prequel, whatever, with Alien Romulus, and then you're also controlling that project. A director wants to finish an arc. I got a question for you. Is Alien Covenant goddamn canon? Because I'm confused. Is Prometheus canon? Is Alien Covenant canon? Is Alien Romulus canon? I don't know. I don't fucking know. What movies are canon? What movies are not canon? Is Resurrection canon? Is James Cameron, asshole Cameron's Aliens, is that canon? What films are canon? Which ones aren't? Can you explain this to me, Sir Ridley Scott? Initiate of the mystery religion. Your opinions about race. That's right. I'm not one of the idiots. I know what this alien movies are all about. I know who the xenomorphs really are supposed to be. I understand why they start out white and end up black. I know how you feel about Christians and religion, Jews and their religion. It's all in the fucking movies if you're intelligent enough to understand it. So you're not dealing with one of the morons who watch these movies and think it's all science fiction. No, I understand the symbolism, what you're trying to say, what you're trying to get across to your fellow initiates of the mystery religion of Babylon. But putting all that shit aside, hey, Pathfinder X, long time no see. Putting all that shit aside, I'm confused. I'm confused. Couldn't you please explain what movie is canon, what movie is not? Because I'm lost. I'm lost. When that son of a bitch, known as Blomkamp, tried to bum rush the show, tried to bum rush your franchise, the Alien franchise, by uploading concept art of what he would do with Alien if he directed it. I was one of your first staunch supporters and criticized that moron idiot Blomkamp. I said, fuck you, motherfucker, shut the fuck up. How dare you? How dare you? Well, they're trying to give us the prequels, trying to establish a base of origin. You're coming out with concept art with that disgusting Sigourney's Weaver. And I said it that way on purpose. Bringing her back again? Again? Stupid bitch again? She's the reason for the downfall of the franchise to begin with. The films became about goddamn Ripley. Aliens, Alien 3, and Alien Resurrection became about her. They even fucking cloned her to bring her back. But the movies are never supposed to be about goddamn Ripley. The xenomorph, the alien, is what the films are supposed to be about. And Ridley was originally going to kill Sigourney's Weaver. Her ass was supposed to die at the end of Alien. When she thought that she was safe. When she thought it was over. The goddamn alien was supposed to kill her. Unfortunately, They changed their minds because they've seen the possibility of a sequel. And that was the beginning of the end. Then we get Prometheus. But it wasn't the reaction you wanted, was it, Ridley? And you gave us you gave us a rushed version of what would have been two more movies. You put it on, you put it together, and you gave us Alien Covenant. And then you didn't even have the common sense to bring back Numi. No, you killed her off. You killed off Sophia, mother of monsters. You see, I'm not an idiot. I know who these characters represent, what you're about. You and your Freemasonic cohorts. You get rid of Numi Rapace and you give us this butterface bitch. What's her name? Watterson? What was her fucking... Anybody know? Pathfinder, what's the name of that idiot bitch? The butterface bitch in Alien Covenant? What kind of sense does it make? The same thing you did to Numi Rapace's character, Elizabeth Shaw, you did the same goddamn thing to the goddamn butterface bitch Watterson. Catherine Watterson, thank you. At the end of Covenant. What a waste of my goddamn time. Oh, you didn't like what I tried to do in Prometheus, so I'm going to give you a ripoff of Aliens. James Cameron's film. Then you let somebody else direct Alien Romulus, but you still have this fucking stick up your ass that you have to insert dialogue from Aliens, James Cameron's Aliens, in your fucking in Alien Romulus, don't you? What films are canon? What films aren't? Please write us a book. Explain it all, because I'm confused and I'm tired. And now I find out by accident, I seen a couple of commercials yesterday and today for some movie that apparently you directed. I didn't even know you were the director of it. The Dog Stars. Had no idea till right now, right before I did this stream, that you were the director of this film. Anyway. Wait a minute. Well, first of all, Zachnet, whatever, have a name that people can pronounce, number one. Number two, what do you mean? How come Andre, and that's not his name. His name is Andre Sapido, pedophile. Andre Sapido, pedophile. Andre Sapidophile. That's his name. And the fact that you're here defending him tells me what you're all about. Birds of a feather flock together, don't they? Oh, I'm going to view your deleted message because I'm going to answer your message. How come Andre Cedino said you heard Batman, you hated Batman 89 and backtracked years later, said you were a fraud? Prove it. Was it I, the motherfucker, that uploaded audio arguing with him when he defended a Batman 89 hater? What are you talking about? Everybody knows the pedophile is a Robin fan. That's why he talked all. I uploaded the video. It's up there for you to see right now, where he says he liked The Dark Knight Rises. Why? Because Robin made an appearance. I uploaded it. Then why are you asking the question? It doesn't matter. This is a man that has made a career on YouTube talking shit about Christopher Nolan's films. And I have it on audio. I uploaded it where he says he liked the goddamn movie, The Dark Knight Rises. Who's the hypocrite? Who's the liar? Movie Tart Express. Pathfinder says, Movie Tart Express will forever be known as the predator who made out with young chicks, fooling them into thinking they were gonna be in a movie. Exactly. The proof is in the pudding. It's incredible how I can upload video of this fucking pedophile. Proof right in your face. And there are still motherfuckers that support him. Not only that, but YouTube censors me for exposing him. This is a sick fucking world I live in. It is the Twilight Zone. You guys deserve what you get. I can't wait for the socialists to take over this goddamn country. Because you deserve it. Anyway, let me not get distracted. You did enough of that. Let me get rid of this prick. He'll come back under another name. It's incredible. It's fucking incredible. I'm the Batman 89 hater? I dare you. I double dare you. I triple dog double dare you to find anywhere where I said I hated Batman 89. I will say, was it a perfect Batman movie? No. But Tim Burton, the director of the movie, has said the same. And if the director of the goddamn film can admit it, why can't I? You know what's a better Batman movie? Batman Begins. And there is no Dark Knight trilogy. Sorry. Sorry for all you fools that actually believe that. There is no Dark Knight trilogy. Doesn't exist. There are only two films that are called The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. Nolan's first film is called Batman Begins. So until Nolan goes back in there, until WB decides to rename it The Dark Knight Begins, guess what? There is no Dark Knight trilogy. And now that I'm talking about this, the greatest Batman that ever lived will always be Christian Bale. Christian Bale's Batman is the best Batman ever. Fuck Ben Affleck. Fuck what's his face from Twilight. Robert Pattinson. Fuck him. Fuck him. Christian Bale, hands down, will always be the greatest Batman ever. Does that mean I hate Michael Keaton? No. Val Kilmer, George Clooney? No. But Christian Bale is Batman. Always will be, always will be. I don't give a fuck. That's right, Ben Affleck. Thank you. Perfect. Ben Affleck. The man didn't even have it. The man's a fucking washed up actor. He didn't even have the common sense. He picked fucking Jennifer Lopez over Jennifer Gardner. That tells you everything. He picked Jennifer fucking Lopez over Jennifer Garner. You remember the interview where Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck are being interviewed by someone? Batman vs. Superman had just hit theaters. And when the interviewer was telling them how bad the movie was doing, or how bad the critical response, Henry Cavill kept it together, but Ben Affleck started fucking crying. No lie, no lie. The man couldn't even keep it together. But that's the problem, Pathfinder. It gives you an insight to the type of person Ben Affleck is. Oh, and you know the pedophile of New York City. He's pissed off right now. That's his Batman. Affleck. Ben Affleck is his Batman. Rosie Perez, I want to hear the story behind that. Rosie Perez, I wish Rosie Perez would kick J-Ho's ass. And it wouldn't surprise me if J-Ho treated Big Pun's kids like shit. It wouldn't surprise me. If you only knew the things I knew about J-Ho. They're the reason why I call her J-Ho. There's a reason why Pimp Daddy fucked around with J-Ho. Her claim to fame was the death of poor Selena. That was her claim to fame. Where would J-Ho be today if Selena had never been murdered? You tell me. I was watching a video on Facebook somebody uploaded with J-Ho dancing around. How old is she? Alexa, how old is Jennifer Lawrence, Lopez? Alexa, how old is Jennifer Lopez? Jennifer Lopez is 57 years old. 57 years old. Still trying to dress in skimpy outfits, dancing around. That ass is gonna drop one day. Pathfinder X says they wanted to meet her, and when the agent brought them to her, she was dismissive and ignored them like they were trash. Lisa Rios, Pun's wife, did an interview talking about that. What a cunt. That's right. A cunt with a capital C. I don't even think J-Ho thinks she's Puerto Rican anymore. Every movie she's done, she's acting and behaving like a white girl. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to take a shot. For those of you joining us late, this is a off-the-cuff live stream. You are welcome to come in here, ask me a question, give your opinion about something. I don't care what it is. Entertainment, politics, whatever. Just be respectful. Just be respectful is all I ask. This is like you coming into my home for the first time. Would you like me to come into your home and take a shit on your floor, piss on your couch? No. So don't do that to me. How are you? Rodrigo Martinez, how you doing? I'm going to get a fucking another beer, take a shot. Think of some good shit for me to respond to, okay? Jennifer Lopez over Jennifer Gardner. Fucking crazy. Who wants J-Ho after she's been with P. Diddy? J-Ho was with P. Diddy. One of the biggest scumbags ever. How could you get or take P. Diddy's sloppy seconds? Okay, Rodrigo Martinez says your thoughts on John Campea talking trash on Batman Beyond all the time for no reason. He doesn't want Batman Beyond live action. Your thoughts? Well, this is the same scumbag. I don't know if you know this, Rodrigo. This is the same scumbag motherfucker. Should I tell you this? Should I say this? I promised someone I wouldn't fucking say this. So without naming names and details, I'm going to tell you something about John Campea, the type of motherfucker he is, the type of friend he is. This is the same motherfucker who was trashing the concept and the idea of Robin being young, a child, in a Batman movie. Even though the fucking character was introduced as a fucking child in the comic books. Backstabbing, cocksucking John Campea. Same fucking douchebag who was all for Michael Bay's Transformer films. I'm talking the first film. Until he uploaded a photo from the set, and his internet provider, after getting a warning from Paramount, took the picture and his page down. Did he go after his internet provider? No. He went after Paramount and Michael Bay until they made up and gave him a free pass to go and visit the set. Scumbag. Scumbag. John Campea is a scumbag. That's why AMC got rid of him. That's why Collider came to their senses and got rid of him. He treats his so-called friends like shit. He's a backstabbing bitch. Why don't you ask John Campea about the little movie that he made? Oh, you never heard of it? It's a hard to find motherfucker. I wish I could fucking find it. What was it called? I'm going to tell you what it's called. Hold on. John Campea. I think I know what this is called, but just in case. The Anniversary. Look for a movie called The Anniversary. Director John Campea, writer John Campea, producer John Campea. And if you can find this piece of shit film, please send me a link so I can review this motherfucker. If you're able to fucking dish it out, you should be able to take it. Wannabe Roger Ebert. That's another prick. Thank goodness he's dead. Come on, let's be serious here. Nobody really watched the fucking Siskel and Ebert for fucking Ebert. We watched it to fucking see Siskel. Siskel told the truth. Unlike Ebert. Do you know that Roger Ebert said that he watched the first Terminator film when he gave it a review? And then it was exposed that he never seen it? Too much later? But he initially gave a review to it? Let me catch up with what you guys are talking about here. So just to answer your question, Rodrigo, this is something that John Campea does all the time. He talks shit about a movie. Remember G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra? He talks shit about the movie. He talks shit about the movie. He talks shit about a movie. And then he goes watch the film. He does this all the time. And his fans, his followers can't wait. Oh, he's going to tear this apart. He comes back from watching the movie he trashed for a year and then gives it a great review. Oh, it wasn't as bad as I thought. It was pretty good. This is what this prick does. So I guarantee you, if he's talking shit about Batman Beyond, and we all should be talking shit about Batman Beyond, if this motherfucker, James Gunn, is involved in it, I don't know if he is or not. But this is a tactic John Campea does all the time. He flip-flops. Okay. Pathfinder says, Hollywood, you posted a video recently of the pedo arguing with some black dude. It was like 40 minutes. Did it get taken down? It was wild. Not only did it get taken down, but I was censored for 2 weeks because I exposed the pedophile for the racist piece of shit he is. But the politically correct socialist pigs of YouTube don't want anybody to listen to or watch, for that matter, the reality of racism. Their philosophy is, if you ignore it, it goes away. But guess what? We are right now on the edge of a cliff, at least in this country, for a major race war. That's the reality. You have motherfuckers dressing up as Spider-Man going after racist Nazis. This is what we have come to. We are a joke. This country is a joke to the rest of the world. The rest of the world laughs at us. We are a joke. And that's why the socialists are going to take over. And you deserve it. That's the reason why I was gone for 2 weeks. Because YouTube didn't like the exposure of a racist pedophile. And then when I gave YouTube the opportunity to reinstate the video, they stuck. What the fucking bots know? Because that's what's taking people's videos down, are fucking bots, AI bots, that are programmed. If it sees the word racist or pedophile, guess what happens? You get censored. Rodrigo says James Gunn could work for Marvel again once he's done with DC. I wish he would. Get out. Go away, James Gunn. Go away, you Jesuit pig. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck you, James Gunn. Fuck you. Fuck you. You've been a rip-off artist for the longest time. You ripped off the idea for Slither. You ripped it off from a film called Night of the Creeps. You're not even fucking original. Matter of fact, I'll go so far as this. Not only did you rip off Night of the Creeps, but you ripped off Resident Evil 0, the video game, because that came before your fucking film. You're nothing but a goddamn jobber. You're like James Cameron. You got everybody believing you're this great director, when in reality, all you do is rip off other people's ideas. If there was no Terminator 1, or rather, he came up, guess what? He ripped off that. James Cameron ripped off Terminator 1, were the ideas of Harlan Ellison. Stories on the Twilight Zone. Stories on the Outer Limits. Avatar. Another bunch of fucking ripoff. He ripped that off from a novel. And before you mention Aliens, guess what? There had to be a first Alien movie for him to make a sequel. There had to be a Piranha 1 so that there could be a Piranha 2 directed by James Cameron. This is a man who was a truck driver. A truck fucking driver. There's this illusion that because a movie looks good, it's good. No. What's the name of this cocksucker? I'm going to give you an example. Lucio Fulci. Lucio Fulci. Oh my God. Zombie. I did the best movie, did the zombie movie. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Dario Argento shits on Lucio Fulci. All Lucio Fulci did was take what Dario Argento and Ramiro were doing, and other directors of horror. All he did was rip them off and did unofficial sequels to their films. Mario Bava was a genius. Argento, genius. Ramiro, genius. Fuck Fulci. If it wasn't for those other directors, that he would never had a career. The only movie of his that I liked was the one where the fucking killer was in New York City and he sounded like Donald Duck. He had the voice of Donald Duck. That's the only one I'll give him credit for because it was fucking funny. James Gunn could work for Marvel. Okay, I said that already. Rodrigo says, you enjoy Dave Filoni in charge of Star Wars? No, because there's no difference. Do you think the agenda of Star Wars, since Dave Filoni has taken over from Kathleen Kennedy, has there been a dramatic change in any of the Star Wars Has there? No. They can change the person. The agenda never changes. This is the problem that I have with the so-called anti-woke people, the nerdrotics and the doomcocks, is that they don't pinpoint the fact that these are socialist pigs causing this shit on purpose. It's all on purpose. They're destroying our culture from within on purpose. There is no woke war. You're not winning anything. They want the destruction of our culture. It's all being done on purpose. Read the Communist Manifesto. Yes, James Cameron is a douchebag. It doesn't matter, Rodrigo. I just finished telling you. It doesn't matter if it's Kathleen Kennedy or Filoni. It's the same shit. One has a penis, the other one a vagina. It's the same shit. The agenda never changes. Rodrigo also says James Cameron say Marvel and DC movies act like college kids and didn't like the Marvel. Thanos is not close to Avatar movie he did. Fuck James Cameron. Okay, I haven't watched one of those. The only Avatar movie I seen was the first one. And I couldn't. And I was, let's just say, disappointed. My review of it is here somewhere on YouTube. I'm sure somebody archived it. Just think about it. This man has wasted. Think about it this way. How many fucking years he's wasted with this Avatar garbage? This environmentalist, socialist propaganda garbage. When he could have came back and gave us a real sequel to Terminator. Instead of all the garbage that has coming out, that came out. Wouldn't you rather have James Cameron come back to Terminator than fucking goddamn Avatar garbage? It's hip to wear soap says, I liked what Filoni was doing for the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian, but after that, it's just been wacky celebrity cameos and business as usual. Exactly. Rodrigo says Filoni is doing an Ahsoka show and movie of her, and he is still in the cartoon world where he did Clone Wars. Look, Ahsoka, whatever. That's one of the worst characters ever developed. An apprentice for Anakin Skywalker. Hell no. Hell no. Hell. That's how the bitch started. Ahsoka was an apprentice of fucking Anakin's. If I remember correctly. And then on top of it, you get Rosario Dawson to play the character. I have not yet seen an episode of this travesty. I will never watch Ahsoka, the show, the movie. Never, ever, never, ever, never, ever, never, ever, never, ever, ever, never, ever. Never. I grew up with Star Wars. I sucked on the nipple of George Lucas Star Wars. I went to the theater, the fucking child, to see goddamn Star Wars. Came back with a fucking lightsaber and everything. And this is what we get? The bottom of the barrel? You're waiting for a renaissance of Star Wars. That's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. And most of you don't even understand what Star Wars is about. It's about the feud between English and French Freemasonry. The Jedi are the Knights Templar. The Sith. Yoda represents Judah. It's a Freemasonic Kabbalistic myth, a character. The Empire is British Israel. Most of you don't even understand any of it. You have no idea what this shit is about. And there is no good versus evil. They're both bad. They're both bad. Pathfinder says Avatar is Pocahontas with blue people. Exactly. And dances with those. Not only did this prick rip off Pocahontas, he ripped off Dances with Wolves. Pathfinder X says, I never gave a shit about Ahsoka character in Star Wars. Me neither. This is ridiculous. Obi-Wan, Rodrigo says, Obi-Wan show was good, but episode 4 was bad. Book of Boba Fett started good until episode 3 was bad. Last episode was not great. The series was bad. I never watched it. I'm sorry. And you know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for Young Jabba. That's the show I'm waiting for. The Young Jabba Chronicles. Because I've always wanted to see how the young Jabba the Hutt started out in a gangster family. He goes to a psychiatrist. You might as well give us this shit. You've done everything else. How many of you would watch Young Jabba? And you swear up and down that you're Star Wars fans. I was indoctrinated, initiated into the Star Wars franchise with the first 3 movies. It's Hip Hop Where says, I knew it was about dueling Gnostic sects at least. Yes, you did. Oh, yeah, Kabbalah. That's the fucking empire. I wonder why Jon Favreau could be in charge instead of Dave. I wonder why Jon Favreau could be in charge instead of Dave. Hip Hop says, Space Sopranos, sure. How about a Yoda show for Star Wars? Yeah, young Yoda. Well, they gave us that anyway. Because let me tell you something. If you don't think The Mandalorian, if you don't think that started out as a young baby Yoda show, you're an idiot. I guarantee you any money that the original concept of The Mandalorian was supposed to be Yoda as a baby. Then they changed it and made it the same alien race, but different. Made up their own history, mythology about it. But it's the same damn shit. I guarantee you Goku, whatever the fuck his name is, Groku, was supposed to be Yoda. They need to make the expanded universe canon again in Star Wars. It was so much better than the sequel trilogy. Look, if there's one thing that's good about these sequels, is the fact that they've made the prequels look, or rather, they made the prequels look like masterpieces. That's right. Who in the right mind will say that the sequels of Star Wars are better than the prequels? And I defend the prequels to this day. Are they perfect? No. But at least the soul and the substance of Star Wars is still there. There is no soul in the sequels. The Force Awakens, no soul. The Last Jedi, no soul. The Rise of Skywalker, no soul. That's the truth, Ruth. Hip to where Soap says it probably was, but they wanted to make it somehow lead up to the sequels to perform damage control for the Walt Disney Company. Do you know anything about Walt Disney? The 33rd degree Freemasonic traitor, Walt Disney, who would report back to the government. Do you even have any idea what Disney was started as? It was a propaganda machine for the socialist pigs in the government, the Nazis in the governments. Ah, boy. Rodrigo says Marvel, Sony, Spider-Man spin-off movie were bad movies. Morbius, Madam Web, and Craven were all bad movies. The only one I watched was the Madam Web movie. And the only good thing about it were the big-ass titties of what's-her-face. It's a shame. You have this chick, and she got the fucking titties like this. What's her fucking name? She's everywhere. She's everywhere. They're trying to push her down everybody's throat. You know who I'm talking about. What the fuck is her name? Sydney Sweeney. Right? That's her name? Yeah, Sydney Sweeney. Thank you. The only good thing was when she was finally in the suit, we got to see her fucking titties. Fuck a Madam Web movie. I want to see the movie where Sydney Sweeney's tits are fucking all over the place, her ass, everything swinging by. That's what I want to see. But did you see what they did to her? They dressed her down. You're gonna. What's the point of having her in the fucking movie if you're gonna dress her down like that? The only time we got to see her fucking body was if she was in the fucking suit. She was the only good thing about that goddamn movie. I didn't see the other ones. And Christina Hendricks has some big ass titties too. I agree with that. I didn't see the Euphoria show, but I heard of it. All right, guys. For those of you who just showed up, this is the time when you take the floor. Ask me questions, whatever you have, whatever's on your mind. As long as you're respectful, I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. But let's start rolling out. Okay? Because it's getting to that time, I'm getting hungry. Now, you can't stop a hungry man. When a man is hungry, I don't give a fuck. They're capable of anything. So, I'm glad Pathfinder's here, hip to wear soap. Rodrigo is here. Will the Transformer next movie will happen? Of course it will. Of course it will. The question is whether Michael Bay will be returning. Because regardless of what you feel about Michael Bay, they need him. They need him. I love the Scream movies. Tatolini, my co-host from our old show. If you haven't seen it, it's still on YouTube. Crazy and Dangerous Podcast. Look for it. Tatolini hates Scream. But I love Scream. Let me tell you how I watched Scream for the first time. A friend of my mom's found the movie on VHS bootleg. The same year it came out. Gave it to me. I popped it in, and that was the first time I ever watched Scream. A bootleg copy. And ever since then, I loved the franchise. Are some movies better than others? Yes. But I love the Scream. Even the last one, even the latest one, with all the problems in it, with all the ridiculousness in it, I still enjoyed it. My only critique about this last movie, though, was Hayden Panettiere should have made an appearance. I got a feeling that she was supposed to be in the film, but got replaced. So yes, there will be another Transformers film. Who would I like to direct a Transformer film? Luc Besson. That's the name of the French guy. Luc Besson, known for Fifth Element, known for that Valerian movie, also The Messenger. I think he was screwing Mila Jovovich at the time. Luc Besson should direct a Transformers film. I think he's a fan. From what I gather, he seems to be a fan. And speaking of which, not only should Luc Besson direct Transformers, but if they ever go back to directing to releasing a G.I. Joe film, you got to get Robert Rodriguez. Robert Rodriguez would be perfect for a G.I. Joe movie. Just watch Machete. Just watch Machete Kills. That's G.I. Joe. That is G.I. Joe. Oh, boy. Do I have Scream 4K Steelbook? I have the no. I don't think I have any of them in Steelbook. I don't think I have any of them. I did just recently get part 4 because of the passing of Panettiere, and the other movie she's in, part 5, is it? No, part 6. I think she appears in part 6, and part 6 is on its way. Do I go to the movie theaters? No, I haven't gone to the movie theaters since 2008. Was that the year? Yeah, 2008, the year The Dark Knight Rises. No, the year The Dark Knight came out. That is the year that I realized that the movie theater experience was dead. People coming in with their babies. Big, fat, fuck, smelly, fucking, fat, fucking, big, fat, fucking, smelly, ugly, dirty, fat fucks sitting next to you, taking off their fucking sneakers, snoring next to you, taking up space, talking while the movie is going on. I got the fuck up. I eventually seen the movie without that, but that first experience, I got the fuck up, got my money back, and it was over. It was over. And since then, in case you didn't know, I've been bootlegging, watching shit online. If there's a movie I want to see, I find a way of seeing it without going to the goddamn theater. Because I bust my ass for my money. And you ain't getting my money. I'm sorry, but you ain't getting my money for garbage. I'd rather stay home and watch the old classics. I don't need a transgender, interracial James Bond. I don't need it. I go to my collection and I pop in Sean Connery. I don't need a transvestite, Chinese transvestite playing Batman. I just go to my collection, pop in Michael Keaton, Christian Bale, George Clooney, Val Kilmer. I don't need your Chinese transvestite Batman. I don't need it. That's why I don't care what you do with these characters. The classics are still there. And the day will come when they get around to it, where they're going to give us a prequel of The Godfather. They're going to do it. A prequel, a sequel, something, a movie that happens in between. You're going to get it. And it's going to be woke garbage. I don't need it. I don't want it. Hollywood can do what it wants to do. I don't give a shit. The originals are still there. Hip says, I'm coming up short on movie questions. Been invited to watch Coyote versus Acme this weekend. I hope it's good, but who knows? Yeah, I hope it's good too. Do you have this? Don't I answer that question? Or do you go to the movie theaters? No, I already answered that. The Professional is one of my favorite movies ever. If you can get Luke back in the movie when he made that and Fifth Element, it'd be great. Disney live action movies, should they make more from the classics? No. I have not watched one of the live action films. Oh, I did watch, correction, I did watch the Cinderella one. I did watch Maleficent a long time ago. And I think, no, I didn't watch that one yet. I was going to say Beauty and the Beast, but I didn't see that. Oh, I did watch Pinocchio live action. I did watch that. Oh, please. You know, John Campea almost died of a heart attack some years ago. I wish he had. Hey, man, Buckaroo says, hey, man, thanks for doing what you do. I agree. We don't need any Chinese Batman. That's right. Godfather wouldn't surprise me. They're already doing that with Heat 2. Heat 2? My God. Oh, my God. The prequel, yeah. Buckaroo says, one day the bards will tell new tales. I think Hollywood's pretty much over. Weapon, the horror movie, was good, but they are going to make a prequel of Aunt Gladys. Don't know why, because well, that explains itself. Why? Money. I recently watched Birth of a Nation, was pretty based. Haven't seen it. I got it. Wait a minute. Birth of a Nation, the original black and white silent film? Or are you talking about the other one that came out some years ago? There's two movies. Birth of a Nation, Birth of the Nation. Look at Chronicle of Narnia on Netflix. What do you expect? Yeah, I gotta watch it. I have it on Blu-ray. I have to watch the silent film one. Well, I want to thank everybody that appeared and showed up tonight. There was something I wanted to get back to. Look, the director of Weapons has made Resident Evil, comes out next month. The director of Obsession, they're giving him Texas Chainsaw. What these guys don't understand is that once you're ensnared by the Hollywood system and they got you, your creativity is dead. All they want are jobbers. They want your name. Slap your name on something. There you go. And the way things are going, there's no way this new Resident Evil movie can be any good. The only possible way it can be any good. And people are going to defend it. Oh, you better believe it. It's strange how people who don't even play the games love the films. You're supposed to satisfy the gamers, the fans of the games. But anyway, the only way this new Resident Evil movie is going to be any good is if everything they've shown us so far is bullshit. That's the only way. That's the only way. Then I will give the director credit for fooling everyone. Dwayne Johnson, some of his movies are better than others. What's the best movie he's been in? I like The Scorpion King. That's the only one I can think of, actually. I don't think I've seen some of his films. That other one he did with Emily Blunt, that was pretty good too. I like some more than others. When it comes to Fast and the Furious, I kind of tuned out when Tego Calderon showed up, the Puerto Rican rapper. When he appeared on the fucking movie, I was like, uh-oh, that's it. I'm done. Just like I'm done right now, y'all. Nature is calling me, y'all. I got to take a shit, and then I'm going to eat. Peace. Thank you for those of you who participated. Till next time. Peace.